Hello people, I am Sky Demolisher and welcome back for another From the Collection Fridays, a series where I take things from my collection and show it to you, my viewers. And this week it is my Halo UNSC Mantis with what I think from memory is an EVA Spartan. So, I picked this up from EB Games. Actually I didn't pick one up, I picked two up because I had them sitting on my wish list and I was like, I really want one of those, but I would really like to get at least two of them. And then they had like a half price clearance thing and I was like, alright, I can get two for the price of one. I'm doing it. And that's what we did. So we ended up with a Mantis and a Spartan. Unfortunately, it looks like they sold out of all of the like smaller Halo packs that they also had. So these Spartans are pretty much standing alone. But at least they have good artillery to support them. Or armament. So, yeah. It's a bit hard to sort of figure out how to shoot this thing because it's actually quite large. The Spartan can go inside. I will not show you the Spartan inside it, but I'll show you the cockpit. But you can see, you know, its size compared to the Spartan. So, I think what we'll do is we'll bring the Spartan up because, you know, all of that. Articulation wise, it's got movement at his head. It's very much left and right. There's maybe a slight bit of give for up and down, but not much. The shoulders. Now the joints on this stuff is very tight. So it's kind of alarming how tight it is actually. Actually, I might have his arm spun the wrong. I do. I have the arm spun the wrong way. Articulation at the hand, which is just rotation at the elbow, shoulder. Same thing for the other side. Really nicely sculpted though. I'll give them that. It comes with a shotgun, or a combat shotgun. Comes with a little pin thing there, so you can just plug it in the back of his armour. Does not hold shotgun particularly well. Like the, see if I can get that, the handle of it is actually very thick, and like this part of it is also rather thick, and these hands, they're just not made for holding thick things. But it's kind of funny given that, you know, the armour is rather thick. You can see the pins in the legs there, so you can get like massive joints there, but you don't get much in the way of sides because of, you know, how it sits, and that's about as far forward as the leg goes. You might be able to get it to go a little bit further, but I wouldn't advise it. And then there's articulation at the foot, so you know his foot is wibbly wobbly, and then at the ankle, so you get like full on pose. On my Instagram there's actually a photo of one of these guys like choking out or stabbing a World Peacekeepers figure. Now the image actually makes it look like the World Peacekeepers figure still has a foot on the ground. It doesn't. These guys are sturdy enough to actually be able to hold like other 3 3/4 size figures, you know, off the ground, which was surprising. Anyway, I don't really think most people cared about the Spartan. He's just sort of the additional add-on. What you really love is that. So, honestly, can't remember what this is. Front dish thing. It's all pretty, you know. It kind of looks like it's actually got electronic lights or something. Now, it doesn't actually have electronics or lights or anything like that. But it is certainly moulded that way. Really, I think really nicely sculpted. Like, if I turn it, You see, like, it's got the vents, it's got the UNSC symbol up here. It has foot pegs, so you can have the Spartan or something else standing on top of it. The cockpit is moulded on the inside. It does have like small handles, I suppose, that he could grip onto if you really wanted to, but you know, you probably don't. Fairly hollow, but yeah, I mean, these things look monstrous. Coming out of the box, I thought that it had been misassembled because the arms weren't in that configuration. It actually turns out that the arms are like packed in somewhat like reversed, and they don't really explain how you're meant to unfold them. So like if I zoom in here, I think, and maybe give it a bit of turn back down a bit, you see these circular bits back here? Those you want to have forward facing, and that's what helps it you know, bring the weapons in so that you've got the articulation on them. Now they don't rotate here. It does look like they'll rotate there, but they don't. They do rotate at the actual cannons though, like in this part here. So you can spin them around, angle them as you need them. The arms will move out of the way, and then you've got like the chicken leg thing. I'm not entirely sure that you can set it in a way that it's like grounded, you know, like you saw in the game. You can see that there is a considerable amount of articulation at that knee. So there's a joint here, I should say, a joint here. There is a little bit of movement at the foot, but it's mainly up and down. Basically, this is something that once you've posed it, you probably want it to remain there. The the grey parts there have movement so that you can sort of get it, you know, angled further down like that. So it looks a bit like ED 209 at the moment. All around, I actually think they're quite cool, but they are fairly top heavy, extremely well detailed and in how they're cast and stuff. Of course you do see like the mould lines through it, and I really think it would have been cool if these parts sort of rotated and that. They don't, but you do get like the like jump jet cones in it. All around, they're very nice pieces. Whoops. God, at least that didn't smash. When you buy them, they actually come split apart, so you get like this top half here, and then the leg half there. You can just see how well, you know, it's all detailed out, so it's a very nice thing. I have two of them. One of them's, they've both been sitting in the hallway on top of an aircraft carrier, where they look particularly awesome. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this, and until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.